Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving deep into one of my favorite cultural celebrations from the world of Arreqqana, the absolutely beautiful Winterlight Festival.
So let's just start with a thought experiment. What if a culture's biggest, most important holiday wasn't about, huge parades or extravagant gifts? What if it was about something way more fundamental? The simple, powerful act of just sharing warmth.
Well, that is exactly what Winterlight is all about in Arreqqana. The entire festival is built on these three beautiful ideas: light, echo, and flow. And, as we're about to see, these concepts come to life through the very elements of their world, through stone, sand, tide, and flame.
Now, what's so cool about Winterlight is that it's not some rigid, one-size-fits-all event. It's really this core idea that then blossoms into these gorgeous, unique forms depending on where you are. It's one festival, but with four totally distinct and powerful expressions.
So, let's head to the coast. Here, the festival is called Kilauea no Naavve, and that name is just perfect. It translates to something like the night weaving of warmth and blessing. It's this 3-day celebration that's all about home, about community, and this really deep sense of gratitude for making it through another year together. And you can really see that incredible diversity right here. Up in the mountains, they carve these intricate stone lanterns, like warmth found inside of strength. Out in the desert, they celebrate with what they call starfire jars, which look like they're holding tiny constellations. And on the islands, they use hollowed-out tree fruit. Each place uses what's around them to express that exact same central idea of sharing light.
Okay, so for the rest of our explainer, we're going to zoom all the way in. We're going to do a deep dive into the rich, beautiful traditions of just one of these, the coastal festival, Kilauea no Naavve.
So just try to picture this. For 3 days, entire coastal towns are completely transformed. We're talking about glowing dreamscapes. The streets are draped with these long chains of moonshell lanterns. Sea glass wind chimes are everywhere, just tinkling in the breeze, reflecting the light from Arreqqana's 2 moons. You've got these soft lavender tide orbs floating above doorways, and even the palm trees are wrapped in these beautiful spiraling wave lights. The whole place just kind of hums with this gentle, sacred music. It's magical.
And the real heart of all this public celebration is the Twilight Moonlit Feast. This quote just captures it perfectly. The beach becomes a living tapestry of voices, dancing lights, and warm smells. This is where everyone, families, friends, even strangers, comes together right on the sand to share food and share stories. And that sense of community, it goes even deeper, because so much of the festival's real magic is woven into these traditions that center on children and families. It's all about creating these core memories of generosity and warmth.
And of course, it would not be a real festival without special treats, right? Kids get these trays of Naavve cookies, and each one has a special shape and meaning. You've got these buttery wave shells, you've got twin moon rings with icing that actually glows, tied knot braids for making wishes, and these tiny little flame drop buttons that you eat for courage. The source material says they all taste like cozy warmth and childhood joy. I mean, how great is that? And to wash down those cookies, you have these incredible warm drinks. On the upper coast, kids are sipping on Tide milk. And get this, it actually glows faintly in the dark. How cool is that? Over in the islands, it's a warm purple seaberry brew. Every little region has its own special recipe, and you'll see kids proudly walking around comparing whose drink is the best.
But this next tradition, this is what the sources call the absolute heart of the festival. It's not about big, expensive presents. Instead, children write a simple, handwritten letter to thank someone in their life. They tuck just a few imja coins inside as a little wish for prosperity, and then they seal it with something personal, like a pressed flower. It is such a beautiful way to teach humility, gratitude, and kindness from a really young age. But beyond the food and the letters and the glowing lights, there is this deeply sacred and, honestly, very emotional core to the festival. And it's known as the coastal prayer diamond. This phrase you see here, la felar lenara, it translates to, may your flame echo gently. This is one of the quiet, intimate blessings that people whisper to each other during the ritual, and it just sets this incredibly personal and healing tone for what's about to happen on the beach.
This ritual it's a powerful act of community feeling. Families gather on the sand, and every single person holds one candle. And that candle represents so much, not just loved ones who are gone, but also the challenges you've survived, the growth you've earned. After a minute of quiet remembrance, just listening to the ocean, they turn to each other, share a warm hug, and whisper a personal blessing before they all blow out their candles together. It's this beautiful, symbolic act of release, of making space for the new year.
And then, in the quiet darkness, you see the core of the entire festival come to life. The whole beach speaks the final blessing, all as one unified voice, La, Sha, Wa. Light, echo, flow.
Okay, so now that we've seen the coastal traditions up close, let's zoom back out and see how those core values, light, echo, and flow, resonate across all the other regions of Arreqqana.
And you can really see those echoes so clearly. The moon shell lanterns on the coast? Well, they have their counterparts in the stone lanterns of the mountains. The big beach feasts are mirrored in night cliff gatherings. Even something like making a wish is universal, whether it's with a tide wish stone or by singing a mountain echo song. The way they do it is different, but the intent, sharing warmth, sharing light, is exactly the same.
Because ultimately, this is the profound lesson of Winterlight. It teaches that even in the coldest, darkest seasons of the year or of your life, light is something to be shared, never hoarded. And that real, lasting warmth isn't something you find alone. It's something you create together, in community. And that really brings us to a final thought. The people of Arreqqana have Winterlight. But it kind of leaves us with a question for ourselves, doesn't it? What traditions, big or small, give you warmth in the cold seasons?